Hey everyone, so I've gotten a few requests from friends for a makeup tutorial just because I'm super into makeup and I love it. And so I thought I'd help them out and make one, and hopefully other people can watch it and learn and like it and whatever. But I'm doing a tutorial on this look. It's kind of a summary. I did a day to night. This is the nighttime. So it's not too heavy for summer, but it's a little dramatic for, you know, going out or whatever you want to do. And it's pretty versatile, so it works. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so first I'm gonna do my brows, and I didn't bother putting foundation on because it's a Sunday night and who cares. So I like to line my brows in this brunette brow definer pencil from Mary Kay. And I just start with going around the brow and kind of defining the shape. I don't have to do too much because my brows are already pretty defined and the waxing helps. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. Mine's never perfect the first time that I do it. Also, don't mind the weird classical music. I just didn't want there to be weird, awkward silence. So then I take my perfect brow bar powder, and I have the shade Blonde. And I just got this from like a mall kiosk that did threading. But I'm sure that any sort of brow powder would work. And I just go in and fill in my brows. And I make sure to be careful with the end because I want it to be defined. And then for this front part, instead of sweeping this way, I try to sweep up, so that it makes the hairs get that nice kind of shape that starts up and then blends back into the rest of the brow. Okay, so brows are done, and then I usually will just kind of look and make sure that they look nice, but because I'm not really going anywhere tonight, I'm not super concerned about them being perfect. So next I'm gonna start with the eyes. And I'm gonna use eye primer because this helps make sure you don't get those clumps in the crease of your eyes. And I'll do my makeup sometimes at like 9 in the morning, and my eyeshadow still looks good at like midnight when I go out. And it's all thanks to eye primer. And this primer is Mary Kay eye primer, and I like it, but I haven't tried another eye primer, so whenever it runs out I'll probably try something new. And I just use this cream eye color / concealer brush, and I got my brushes from Mary Kay and Sephora, but I actually prefer the Sephora brushes. So eventually when these ones become like ratty and too used, I'll probably stock up on Sephora brushes instead of Mary Kay brushes. And I usually try to take the excess from my lid and kind of put it underneath, just so that I get a little bit of primer underneath my eye to keep it there as well, but not too much. So we're gonna go in with the shadow, and I actually haven't decided what exactly I'm gonna do, so that's fun. Okay, so I'm using Hard Candy's Natural Eye Palette, and I honestly just got this from Walmart for like $8. So it's got quite a bit of shades, and it has an eye primer and a little eyeliner pencil too, so goodbye. So I'm gonna start middle shade. It's kind of like a light sparkly tan color. And I'm just going to cover my whole lid. Not all the way up to my eyebrow, but up to my crease. I just get a little on my brush and I try to kind of tap off the excess to prevent the fallout getting underneath my eye, which is like my biggest issue of life when I'm doing makeup. And because it's such a light color, I'm gonna go over a lot. Because yeah, you can like hardly even tell that I have it on. But part of that's the terrible lighting too. And this brush is just an eye color brush. Mary Kay again. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this sort of dark copper sparkly color. And I'm using now a crease brush. It's a little longer and fluffier, and it's gonna be easier to get in the crease and get the blending down, because you don't want there to just be like a really dark line, at least not for this look. Other looks, that's perfect, but so I'm just gonna kind of make sure I don't have too much on there, blow off the excess, and then using the tip of the brush, I'll just sweep it kind of back and forth. And depending how dramatic I want the look to be, I'll do this with like a heavier amount on the brush or more times. It's a good way to contour the eye as well. Just kind of sweep away any fallout that happens. And usually I'll leave my concealer underneath my eyes to last so that I can either use makeup remover or just cover up any powder that's fallen underneath. So now to get an extra amount of shimmer, I'm going to use this gold color. And it's just like a bright, sparkly gold. Perfect for going out. And I'm going to put that on the side, on my lid underneath the dark crease color. And I like to keep brushing until there's pretty much no shadow left on the brush, because then if you keep brushing, it'll help it blend in with the other colors so it's more natural. Not that makeup is really natural, but. So now, to get it blended, I'm gonna take this light color, it's a nude color, and just go over the top part of my eye up to my eyebrow and kind of blend the crease into it. So those are the lids, and it's a really naturally kind of shimmery look, but I purposely made it really light. If you wanted to go in darker, all you'd have to do is go over the crease part a couple more times, and with the gold, make it a little darker. And I like to bring my shadow down onto my lid, or underneath on my under eye, just because I think it helps your eye stand out, and it has a little bit more dimension than just like black eyeliner. So I'm going to take that coppery color we did on the crease and start on the side of my lid, or my under eye, and bring it to the corner and connect it a little bit. So I'll do it over here so it's easier to see rather than my mirror. And don't be afraid to like get right in there. Your eye may water a little bit, but that's the worst that's gonna happen. If you accidentally get it too far down, that's okay. Just kind of rub it away and it should blend pretty easily, especially if you're not using too super dark a color. So now I'm going to take that gold that we did, this one, and kind of do more of the middle part. Oh, by the way, I'm using that eyebrow brush. It has the nice defined brush that's easy to use for under eye stuff. So I like to use it for my brows and for putting shadow under my eyes. That way I also don't have to buy another brush because I'm cheap. Okay, so now to kind of sparkle up the inner corners, I'm going to take that color that we used first, that middle color, and use my crease brush and kind of brush it into the corner of my eyes. Oh, hey. Hi. And if you want it to be a little lighter, you can do a lighter shade too. I'm going to put a little bit of this lighter shade in the corner, just because that other shade isn't getting it as bright as I want it to. That's good. So now I'm done with my eyeshadow. And I like to put a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline on the bottom lid. Sometimes I'll do it on the top lid too, but only if I want more of a dramatic eye. For this one, I'm just going to do it on the waterline on my bottom lid. So you just pull and kind of... It takes a little bit to get used to doing this. I still have trouble with doing the top lid because it's really hard not to blink. But the bottom's a little easier. And then for mascara, I like to double up on my mascara, and usually I use two. I use one that gets my lashes like individually coated so it's not clumpy, and then I'll use one that is really good for volume, but it kind of is clumpy, so if I use the first one first, then the second one doesn't get as clumpy. And I forgot to grab that one, so here we go. So this one is the Ultimate Mascara, and this is the one that is good for coating like the individual lashes. And for this look to be like dramatic, you're gonna want really voluminous lashes and or fake lashes. She's crying. Don't cry. Don't cry. Get. I love you. Oh, and this one is Rimmel London Scandaleyes Mascara. Okay, now for the nighttime lip look, I'm using a Rimmel London, oh, what color is it? Obsession, I think? Yeah, Obsession lip liner. And I love these because you can like screw them up. And they're just really easy to use. They draw on really nice. I said with lip liner, it doesn't need to be this color. You can use kind of whatever. It's just to define your lips, unless you're gonna do an ombre lip thing with it, but I'm not right now. Okay, and I'm gonna use this color called Appleberry by Mary Kay. It's kind of like a deep pinkish reddish color, and it's just a little more dramatic for the nighttime look. So yeah, there we go.